Hello everyone, hello. We'll give it a minute for some folks to jump on. Good afternoon. All right, well hello and welcome to our February Purple Chair Chat. My name is Katie Blackburn and my pronouns are she and her. I am the Executive Director of Jana's campaign, and this Purple Chair Chat will be focusing on National Teen Dating Violence Awareness Month, which takes place every February each year. Purple Chair Chats are live conversations instilling the knowledge, skills, and values necessary to prevent gender and relationship violence, and we use these discussions to raise awareness, engage bystanders, promote healthy and respectful relationships, and encourage the development of new social norms. Before we get started today, I do want to mention that I'll be discussing some topics that might be difficult for some regarding gender and relationship violence, and these may be overwhelming or activating, so please do whatever you need to do to take care of yourself. With that, we will share resources in the chat box, as well as if you are in need of services or resources and you are not sure who your local providers are, please reach out to us at Jana's campaign and we will do our best to put you in contact with the right folks. So in the chat, there are some resources or comments, that are available for you all. And one more thing before we jump in is there are several resources that we utilize today for this content, and I want to give credit where credit is due. So loveisrespect.org, the Centers for Disease Control, as well as NCADV. So starting out, why is this topic important to talk about? We always find it necessary and valuable to discuss why each of these topics are highlighted through our Purple Chair Chats, and so we want to dive into why they're relevant and significant. So with February being National Teen Dating Violence Awareness Month, we thought this was the perfect time to have this conversation. So I'm going to go through a handful of eye-opening statistics that might help give you a little bit of a perspective of how often teen dating violence occurs and how serious this issue is. So 1 in 3 teens in the United States will experience physical, sexual, or emotional abuse from someone that they are in a relationship with. 1 in 3 young people. And we know that nearly half, so 43% of college women report experiencing violent or abusive dating behaviors. Nearly 1 in 11 female and approximately 1 in 14 male high school students report having experienced physical violence within the last year. And 1 in 8 female and 1 in 26 male high school students report experiencing sexual dating violence within the last year as well. 26% of women and 15% of men who were victims of sexual violence, physical violence, and or stalking by an intimate partner first experienced those behaviors or other forms of violence by a partner before the age of 18. So we know that a lot of young people are experiencing violence in relationships at high rates. From our own data at Jana's campaign, collected from 2014 to 2024, so as recent as today, surveying over 8,500 students in Kansas, Colorado, and Nebraska. Of those that were surveyed, 54% of middle and high school students know someone who has gotten into a relationship that was too serious too fast. 38% know someone who has a partner that won't allow them to see, hang out with, or spend time with other friends and sometimes even family, so they're being isolated. 51% know someone who has sent, received, or asked for an inappropriate picture, and we know that that has been on the rise from our data collections starting in 2017. So over the past handful of years, we've seen a lot of young people feeling pressured into sending those inappropriate pictures. 33% know someone who has a partner who has threatened suicide if their partner is to end the relationship. And so we know that there is a very strong correlation between suicide and teen dating violence, and so it's really important that we're all aware of resources that are available for both issues, as well as working to prevent these issues together. And 88% of teens believe that teen dating violence is a problem. But then we know that only 81% of parents surveyed in 2004 either believe teen dating violence is not an issue or they admit that they don't know that it's an issue. So there's a very strong disconnect between young people and the folks that love them, and understanding that this issue is occurring for those young people. I have a quote here from a Janice campaign friend, Pam Jacobs. She's the executive director at the New Jersey Coalition to End Domestic Violence, and so I just want to share that with you because I think it's very relevant. Parents usually believe their kids would talk to them if someone was hurting or controlling them, but the fact is they probably won't. They don't want to disappoint us, and they don't want us hating their partner because they're unsure of what to do. So we have to talk to them early and often. Remind them that their life belongs to them and no one has a right to control them. Tell them that they are loved and they are special and that they are worthy. Tell them that a healthy relationship feels free and helps their life get bigger and better. Tell them that someone who gets jealous, controls who they talk to, puts them down, messes with their head, or treats them badly is not ready to be in a relationship. Tell them that it's okay to love someone, but no, it's not safe to be with them. Tell them that love should feel like a cheerleader. Most of all, tell them that you love them and that they can talk to you about anything and mean it. More important than anything you can tell them is how often you listen. So we thought that was a great quote by our friend Pam Jacobs in working with young people and having these conversations to better bridge that gap between parents and young people and the understanding that this issue is going on. So a little bit of background on national teen dating violence. For years, young people across the nation have organized to put a stop to dating abuse. In 2005, with Adult Allies, young people achieved a major victory when the importance of addressing teen dating violence was highlighted in the reauthorization of the Violence Against Women Act. The following year, Congress followed the lead of dozens of national, state, and local organizations in sounding the call to end dating abuse. Both chambers declared the first full week of February National Teen Dating Violence Prevention and Awareness Week. And then in 2010, they began dedicating the entire month of February to teen dating violence awareness and prevention due to the rising number of violent incidents in young people's relationships. So when we talk about teen dating violence, what is it? What exactly is it? What are the behaviors that we can be on the lookout for? So teen dating violence is an adverse childhood experience, or an ACE, and that affects millions of young people across the United States. ACEs are potentially traumatic events that occur before a child reaches the age of 18. Such experiences can interfere with the person's health, opportunities, and stability throughout their lifetime, and can even affect future generations. Dating violence can take place in person, online, or even through technology. Teen dating violence typically includes the four following behaviors. So physical violence, when a person hurts or tries to hurt a partner by hitting, kicking, or using any other type of physical force. Sexual violence, which is forcing or attempting to force a partner to take part in a sex act or sexual touching when the partner does not consent. It also includes non-physical sexual behaviors like posting or sharing of sexual pictures of a partner without their consent, or sexting someone without their consent as well. Psychological aggression or mental abuse can be the use of verbal or nonverbal communication with the intent to harm a partner mentally and emotionally, and or exert power and control over them. As well as stalking. Stalking is a pattern of repeated unwanted attention and contact by a partner that causes fear or concern for one's own safety, as well as the safety of others that are close to the victim. I think it's also important to note that these behaviors can occur in a relationship as well as when the relationship has ended. Typical warning signs can include checking the cell phone or emails or even social media accounts without permission, putting somebody down frequently, especially in front of others, isolating somebody from their friends and family, whether that is physically or emotionally, extreme jealousy or insecurity, any form of physical violence, possessiveness, and any kind of controlling behavior, and pressuring or forcing somebody into a sexual act. Teen dating violence has lasting impacts on lifelong health, opportunity, and well-being. Unhealthy relationships can start early and last a lifetime. The good news is that violence is preventable, and we all can help young people grow up in a violence-free world. So what can we do to stop teen dating violence before it starts? Supporting the development of healthy, respectful, and nonviolent relationships has the potential to reduce the occurrence of teen dating violence and prevent its harmful and long-lasting effects on individuals, their families, and the communities in which they live. During the preteen and teen years, it is critical for youth to begin learning about the skills needed to create and maintain healthy relationships. These skills include knowing how to manage feelings and how to communicate in a healthy way. We at Janus Campaign are dedicated to helping middle schools and high schools and youth organizations reduce gender and relationship violence by promoting healthy relationship behaviors and ultimately creating a strong culture of respect among adolescents. We utilize prevention programs including curricular and co-curricular activities to raise awareness of these underlying causes and highlighting the red flags of dating violence. Education about self-awareness, social awareness, problem-solving, and decision-making skills can be the foundation to student success in life and in school. Our programs help prepare students to take the lead in creating a culture of respect, promoting those healthy relationship behaviors, and playing a significant role in ending all forms of gender and relationship violence. We would love to work with you and your students this year, and we can provide our violence prevention programs virtually as well as in person, and we can create a plan that best fits the needs of you, your students, and the school. There are ways that you can personally raise awareness, and there are several organizations around the country that are working to educate young people as well as the adults in their lives on the reality of teen dating violence, and there are tons and tons of resources available for you all. In the comments, you'll see a link to the Janus Campaign Teen Dating Violence Awareness Month Toolkit. That is something that you can utilize for free. Please do so and join our efforts in raising awareness. We also post often on our Facebook and our Instagram with educational memes about the issue, so please feel free to share these to help raise awareness. What to do if you or someone you know is experiencing teen dating violence. Contact an advocate and create a safety plan. Though victims can make a safety plan on their own, it is helpful to work with a trained professional, such as an advocate, a victim assistance provider, or even a law enforcement officer. So like I mentioned earlier, if you are unaware of who your local resources are, who your local advocates are, please reach out to us and we will do our best to put you in contact with the right people. Memorize emergency numbers in case you don't have access to your cell phone or need to place a call through another phone. Remember to believe and validate the victim that is sharing their story and experience. It is so important that we believe victims when they come forward and share their experiences. Focus on the offender's actions and not the victim's responses, right? We never want to victim blame. And so it's really important to remember that it's never the victim's fault and to remind the victim that it is not their fault as well. Encourage them to seek help from their local domestic violence agency, but don't force them to, right? That is their decision. And then continue to check in and be a system of support for them. In wrapping up today, we thank you so much and appreciate you all joining our conversations and love that we're able to have these conversations with you all. We hope that you were able to learn a little something today or take something away that you can share with other people. As always, if you need resources, feel free to message us, whether that's through Facebook, email, or even Instagram, and we will put you in contact with the right people. Thank you so much for joining us for the February Purple Chair Chat of the month, and I hope you all have a great afternoon.